Hello friends, welcome back to Learn with Biju. In today's Python programming session, I will be covering Python terminals, Python code editors, integrated development environment, and some of the important notebooks. In the previous sessions, we have seen Introduction to Python, how to prepare Python development environment, and what we should know before learning Python as a language, and some of the Python distributions for different business needs. If you have not seen those videos, please stop and check them out before proceeding. I have given the links in the description. For a Python programmer to write and run Python script, we have terminals. We have code editors like Sublime Text or Visual Studio Code. We have integrated development environments like Pycharm or Spider. Also, we have notebooks like Jupyter and many more. Some of them help writing machine learning, while some of them just support writing script. Depends on the profession you want to choose, you can go for them. If you are a software professional, you will have to use all of them. I would recommend you to have them installed once you have a fair idea of the whole program at some later point in time. Also, you will have to write them differently depending on your system. For Mac, for Windows, for mobile, you will have to take different approaches. I will cover few of them here. When you need additional information, please add comments or contact me at learnwithbiju@gmail.com. Number 1, Python CLI, or we call them terminal. You can start a Python program with the terminal or command line. This works on all platforms, Mac OS, Windows, and Linux. To open a terminal on Windows, press the Windows key and R key. Then type CMD. Then press enter. Python provides a Python shell which is used to execute a single Python command and display the result. It is also known as REPL, read, evaluate, print, and loop, where it reads the command, evaluates the command, prints the result, and loop it back to read the command again. Got it? A code editor is a tool that is used to write and edit code. They are usually lightweight and can be great for learning. Biju, can you name one or two popular code editors? Sure. We have Visual Studio Code. We have Sublime Text. Visual Studio Code, which is also known as VS Code, is a free and open source IDE created by Microsoft that can be used for Python development. You can add an extension to create a Python development environment as per your need in VS Code. It provides features such as intelligent code completion, linting for potential errors, debugging, unit testing, and so on. VS Code is a lightweight and packed with powerful features. This is the reason why it is becoming popular among the Python developers. To learn more about Visual Studio Code, let's go to code.visualstudio.com. This site gives you the highlights of the Visual Studio Code like IntelliSense, Run and Debug, built-in Jet, and many more extensions. And you can also download Visual Studio Code from here for your Windows, for your Mac OS, Windows 64, also Linux 64, etc. Okay, I hope you got an idea about Visual Studio Code. Now let's see something about Sublime Text. It is a sophisticated text editor for code, markup, and prose. Sublime Text is a shareware, cross-platform source code editor. It natively supports many programming languages and markup languages. Users can expand its functionality with plugins, typically community built and maintained under free software licenses. To facilitate plugins, Sublime Text features a Python API. Let's go to Sublime Text website. To know more about and download Sublime Text, let's go to sublimetext.com. Okay, you can download Sublime Text and you can learn various features of Sublime Text here in this website. Okay, so now you have seen Visual Studio Code and Sublime Text under the category of code editors. Okay, let's move on. Now we are going to see the integrated development environment for Python development, which is also called IDE. An integrated development environment understands your code much better than a text editor. It usually provides features such as build automation, code linting, testing, and debugging. This can significantly speed up your work. The downside is that IDEs can be complicated to use. Biju, can you tell me one or two IDEs? Sure. We have Pycharm and we have Spider. Those are some of the popular IDEs. First, we will look into Pycharm. Pycharm is an integrated development environment used in computer programming, specifically for the Python programming language. It is developed by Czech company JetBrains. Let's go to their website and grab more information from there. Yes, we are here, jetbrains.com/Pycharm. It clearly says the Python IDE for professional developers. So if you are going to be a professional developer, if you are a professional developer, this will help you a lot. All the Python tools in one place. You can see all the Python tools in one place under Pycharm. It says you are going to be more productive and smart. Major features are intelligent Python assistants, web development frameworks, scientific tools, cross-technology development, remote development capabilities, and built-in developer tools. Okay, so don't forget, you should go to jetbrains.com/Pycharm for download, for learning more about Pycharm. Okay. Under the category of IDE, Integrated Development Environment, we will be learning more about Spider. Spider is an open source cross platform integrated development environment for scientific programming in the Python language. See, the highlight is it is for scientific programming in the Python language. Okay, let's see more about Spider now. So we can go to spider-ide.org to know more about Spider. This is a scientific Python development environment. So if you want to do scientific programming with Python, Spider is the best option for you. It has an editor, it has an IPython console, it has variable explorer, plots, debugger, and documentation. And we have a beautiful video.
Hello everyone, I'm Juanita, and in this video I'm going to show you how to open Spider and go over the basics of Spider's interface. We will learn about Spider's 4 panes that you'll likely be using most often, as well as briefly explore the others that are open by.
Please explore more on Spider on the spider-ide.org site. So far we have covered terminals, code editors, and IDE. Next one is notebook. Biju, what is notebook? What's the difference between IDE and notebook? I'm not able to understand. Sure, I will explain you. With an IDE, you write Python source code. Integrate with an integrated development environment, you write Python source code. The content of the file is interpretable by the Python interpreter. What you write in IDE is purely Python scripts. But with a notebook like Jupyter, the source code is ultimately stored as HTML. This is not readable by Python, but it is readable by Jupyter alone. Notebooks are files which supports the use of computer codes and text elements and images. In the coming sessions, we will be working with notebooks and integrated development environments and IDEs, and your doubts will go away, I am sure. But now just understand the concept. So another question will come in your mind, which is better, IDE or notebook? Notebooks are files which supports the use of computer codes and text elements and images. IDEs, on the other hand, are software for building applications with the different tools for writing a program such as source code editor and code debugger. Google Colab and Jupyter are examples of notebooks. Files in these applications are saved as .ipynb as default. On the other hand, there are many IDEs available such as Pycharm, Spider, PyDev. Files in these applications are saved as .py as default. So remember, the file extension of notebook is ipynb and extension for IDEs are .py. So when you see a file with an extension .ipynb, you can understand that that is an output of notebook, and when you see .py file, it could be of an IDE. Notebooks and IDEs have difference, but they do the same job. They run Python codes and debug them for you, for us. They have same error messages to help us in coding. But the use of notebook or an IDE depends on what you are comfortable with and what's your purpose. To recap what we have learned today so far, we have seen various tools to write and debug Python code. We have simple Python terminals, we have code editors, and we have complex IDEs, and we have notebooks. According to your purpose, according to your preferences, you can use any of them. Everything does the same thing. Everything helps you build Python programs. We have seen in the last 5 sessions, we have seen so much of theory. We have understood concept. Now it is time for us to explore programming. Let's get Jupyter Notebook working in my local. Okay. To install Jupyter distribution in your computer, follow these steps. Step number 1, install Python along with pip. What to do for that? We have already explained how to install Python along with pip. For that, let's go to python.org. You know, python.org is the place where you can download Python installables for your system, and it will install both Python runtime as well as Python package manager, that is pip. Okay, so first of all, you have please go and install them in your system. You can go to command line and you can run the command pip install Jupyter Lab. Just type the command pip install Jupyter Lab and press enter. So this is going to upgrade your system if it is already installed. If it is not installed, it will install Jupyter Notebook in your system. So next is how to initiate Jupyter. For that, we have a simple command Jupyter space notebook. Let's copy that. Jupyter space notebook. This is going to bring you Jupyter Notebook. See, you are done. Now we can make your first program. Let's create a new py file. So it's ready. Let's write my first command. Print hello, welcome to learn with Biju. Let's run this command. Hi, we have done with our first Python program. Hello, welcome to learn with Biju. Okay, what have we done? We have installed Python. We have installed Python package manager. We have installed a Jupyter Notebook, and we have initiated Jupyter Notebook with few simple commands. You are ready to go. Okay, Biju, I don't have a system. I am not able to install. What to do? But I want to do my Python programming. Don't worry, we have another option. We have something called Replete Online Ide. Replete, formerly Ripple.it, is a San Francisco based startup and an online IDE. Its name comes from the acronym REPL, which stands for Read, Evaluate, Print, Loop. To know more about Replete, let's go to the website replete.com. I already have a login and I have created my first Python program. So, hello world. That's my first program in Replete. How can I run it? Just click run. See, the console shows the output. So don't worry if you have no system, if you are unable to install Jupyter, you can come to replete.com and your space is available here. So far what we have seen, we have understood terminal, we have understood code editors. Now we know what is IDE and notebook. You know what's the difference between both of them. And we fine. In the next section, we will be covering components of Python program. Please look out for the next video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, like, share and subscribe. You can always contact me at learnwithbiju@gmail.com, or we can connect at LinkedIn T Biju Joseph. Thank you.